he brings the juice each and every day. And I think it was a hell of a tandem by Nick bringing us in. You know, one being a leader. We've been a part of winning teams, and obviously, me and Diggs came here for one job, and that was to, obviously, be in great position to be able to play in January, February. So, obviously, that's our mission, that's our goal, and we just gonna keep on chipping away.
All right, joining me now, one of the hardest running backs in the NFL. He doesn't seem to slow down. His name's Joe Mixon, and he is a member of the Houston Texans now. Hoping to see him back soon. Joe, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. Blessed to be back, and obviously it's a privilege to be on the field, man, with my brother. So I'm thankful.
With the hip drop tackle, I know you've been frustrated with that whole thing. When you look around the league, do you feel like they made a big deal about it and then just kind of didn't do anything about it in enforcement?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously it was an emphasis of the offseason and this year, and all of a sudden, I believe none have been called. Also, I believe probably about 7 of them been fined, and I think they're all around 16,000 when guys like, Josh Jacobs and certain other people protecting themselves are getting fined 45,000 when, they're just protecting themselves and not emphasis hip drops. So, it's kind of crazy to me, honestly. But, we just hope that obviously that either we figure it out as a whole or I guess, take it out, however they want, do it. But obviously it's give or take. You know what I'm saying? If we're getting hip drop, people can't be mad when they're getting crackback or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's give or take. So hopefully things clean up and hopefully we play the game safer.
As a runner, could you tell the difference in the past between a guy who was doing it on purpose and a guy who just kind of fell off your back and landed maybe on your legs? I mean, as a defensive lineman, I was never a good enough tackler to do that on purpose. You know what I mean? Man. But there are some backers who I know and DBs who I know when they come in there, they're coming in there with intent. Can you tell the difference?
In terms of the hip drop tackle, bro, like that was probably my second time that I've actually witnessed that. But in terms of it happened to me, that was my first. So I'm not going to sit here and say, dude, actually, that was his intent to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm sure his intent was to get me down. But on the flip side of it, we also want to protect both sides of the field. I mean, that's no different between, guys coming through and we got kill shots, but really we protecting them. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's it should go both ways and that thing, and that sort of thing. But obviously it's a hard fought game. It's a physical game, and that's the nature of it, man. So like I said, I don't think that that was his intent personally. Right. It just happened. But at the same time, I mean, if guys are doing that just to, get guys down and doing it on purpose, I mean, they people should handle that. The NFL should handle that.
Agreed. All we want in general is a little consistency, I think. So having seen you, man, play for a long time, you're a hard runner. I know you guys did a lot of gun run in Cincy. And I couldn't help but notice when you got to Houston, I was like, damn, did he get younger? Like his legs look fresher. You look rejuvenated. And you were a great player in Cincy, but with the outside zone you guys run and being at the home a little bit more, do you notice that as a way that you can get a full head of steam going?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, I had a great career in Cincy, and I loved every second there. You know what I'm saying? I went to a Super Bowl, went to back-to-back AFC championships. So I had my fair share, and obviously I wish, I was able to be a part of, where we could have got them the first ring or whatever. But, I mean, I'm here now. I feel like I got something to prove, honestly, and I'm playing like that. And, I got my teammates backing me. I got the staff backing me. Ownership from everywhere here, bro. It's love, like fans, whoever. It's always love, and obviously it was love like that in Cincy for the real fans out there. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of everybody here, bro, like from top to bottom, it's been a hell of a thing, and I'm loving that I'm a part of something, and everybody looking at me like, yeah, let's go. It's time to
Yeah.
put some work in, and I'm like, man, you already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's a fun team, man. You add a lot
Yeah,
to that team,
exactly.
and we're a very pro Texans podcast because you saw our boy Will Anderson with the green
Hmm.
light hat yesterday
No doubt.
after he got his 3-piece this weekend. He had a little signage on his head there. So we love the Texans, and one of the guys we love is C.J. Stroud. I mean, from the
Hmm.
minute he came in the league, what was apparent to me was his pocket presence, his mobility, like the subtle movements in the pocket. And you know who he reminded me of was Joe Burrow.
Hmm.
And it was that game last year where they came to y'all's house when you were in Cincy,
Yeah, yeah,
and he played great. I mean, the conversions, the whole thing, and lose a really
yeah.
tough DC. Did you see that kind of similarity? Are there similarities you see between Joe and CJ?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I seen Joe Burrow, when he was a rookie and up to his fourth year in the league. I think that Joe grew as a player, and when he started noticing the ins and outs of how offense work and how he can make things work in terms of extending plays, which he did a lot and had a lot of success of it. And the way he prepares and things like that, to be able to witness and see that, be a part of that side, man, it was I mean, as a running back, it made my job a whole lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I think Joe Burrow is a hell of a player. Obviously, probably top two in the league. Of you got, I guess, everybody loved the comparison of him and Pat Mahomes, and C.J. Stroud starting to get in that conversation. So whatever I can do to help CJ become successful, that's what I'm gonna do. But in terms of
yeah,
the way that he attacks the week in and week out, he does a lot of things in terms of doing that extra. I see that a lot from him. I think that he has his guys ready to go in terms of everybody on the same page, chemistry, and when things break down. I think what makes him special is he also knows how to extend the play with his legs and also his arms. So obviously, it's a great thing for me. It's a great thing for the team, and we just got to keep building on it.
no question. One of the guys on your offense that I don't think gets enough credit league wide, and I think now people are realizing it, is Nico Collins.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Why is it that dudes don't seem to put him in that echelon of elite
Yeah,
receivers when I think he is?
I mean, just look at Nico. Like, he don't sit there and he's not a loud guy. He work in
Right.
silence. But one thing about Nick, he gonna work. You know what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
coming to work each and every day. He making guys better around him. He has great attitude, his will and want to. And when he's on the field, I mean, he turns into a monster, man. I was fortunate enough to be a part of a hell of a receiver in tandem in Cincinnati, hell of a
Right.
quarterback, position play over there in Cincy, and obviously it's on the flip side over here, man. So I mean, to go from that to this, it's like, damn, like
Yeah.
it's a great,
You're living right, bro.
yeah, no, for sure, definitely. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's definitely everything that I could ever want as a running back, because it
Yeah.
make my job easier. You know what I'm saying? If they
Yeah.
want to play eight in the box, then we just going take you up top
Yeah.
or pick you apart with the guys around. But like I said with Neek, I mean, the man comes to work. He's not a loud guy. He's not in the media. He's not saying that, oh, I'm this, I'm that. He's not trying to bring that attention on him. Like, he
Yeah.
literally just going to work, head down, getting the numbers and doing everything that he got to do to make his team better. So, I'm happy
Yeah.
to see him, reaping the benefits and the success that he's had. But he's definitely up there, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's got to be. When I see him running across the middle of the field on a deep over, I'm like, hey, you
Watch
better
out.
get on your
Yeah,
horse. You better get
for
on
real.
your Kawasaki, man, because
For
that
real.
dude's stride is. I mean, you can just tell watching it. He just he eats up green grass on
No,
guys.
he do.
And the other guy, like the short area quickness guy that you had in Diggs. I
Hmm.
mean, some of the things you guys been doing in the red zone with him,
Yeah.
and just what's his presence on the team mean, because he got kind of a bad rap, and I've never had a bad dealing with Diggs. I think he's cool, and I
Yeah.
hate Maryland. But
Well,
he,
yeah.
as far as guys who went to Maryland, I really fuck with Diggs.
Straight up.
What's he bring, and what are the particular ways that he can challenge defenses that you play, adding him in the piece?
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, credit to Slowick, man. I mean, he dials it up, bro. He makes sure everybody on the offense eats, and even if somebody on the lower end of touches, don't touch the ball like that, no matter what, he's gonna get them involved some way, somehow. It might not be to, however whoever's liking, but at the end of the day, we got so many unselfish guys that we're gonna do whatever it takes to win a football game. And that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he dials it up well. I think that what Diggs brings to our offense is definitely something special. I think that's probably what the younger receivers been looking for or, looking to be like, one day. And I think that with Tank seeing what Diggs does, how he prepare, how he come to work, he bring the juice and everything like that. I mean, in terms of the outside narrative for Diggs, it's like I think personally he just misunderstood because the guy that I see each and every day, as a competitor of him trying to be the best football player out there, I think he just misunderstood, man. The guy come to work, great attitude, ready to go, get the guys going, and he brings the juice each and every day. And I think it was a hell of a tandem by Nick bringing us in. Of one being a leader, we've been a part of winning teams, and obviously, me and Diggs came here for one job, and that was to obviously be in great position to be able to play in January, February. So obviously, that's our mission, that's our goal, and we just gonna keep on chipping away.
Slowick came on the show, and I asked him who the most underrated Texan was, and he said Dalton Schultz. Who do you think is the most underrated Texan?
The most underrated Texan that on the offense or defense?
You just pick anybody.
Man, I mean,
I got an answer.
Who?
Al-Shaair.
I ain't gonna lie, I was probably gonna say that too, but I was like, I think he get a little
he's
love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's getting love. Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, I definitely think that he's one of them guys. I think somebody that's probably trailing right behind him, believe it or not, is my young hound and Kalen. I think that at safety position, I think he's been coming in, stepping up, and making plays. You got the other rookie at corner, which he's been doing a hell of a job. Obviously, he battling injuries, but at the same time, I mean, since day one, those guys came ready to, compete, and them guys show up to work each and every day. They're young, come in with great mindset, great attitude, and the way that they, attack the game, I think that they do a hell of a job. So there was great pickups for us, and obviously they're going to keep on making plays.
With the defensive ends, you play with some great ones in Cincy. I got a Trey Hendrickson jersey right over there. I'd get up and show it, but now you've got Will and you got Hunter, and, Autry's not even back yet, and just some of the pieces up front. Can you speak to how dominant that group can look like at times?
Well, we getting Autry back this week.
He's a dog.
When all them boys together.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Will and Danielle screaming off the edge. Then you got Autry. You know what I'm saying? You got Mario. You got Fatukasi. Them boys, they pushing that pocket. And then we ain't even got C. Harris back neither. Right. Like, look, we going through the gauntlet right now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's no excuses when it comes to, this football game. When you line up, it's like, hey, like, you rolling with who you rolling with out there, and you got to go out there and make it happen. And I think that we've been doing a hell of a job doing that. But when we get these boys back, especially with Neek back, hey, just know it. Just know it's going to be scary. I promise you that.
I get the idea. It's maybe, if not the fastest defense in the league. When I watch this defense, I think it's up there.
I mean, you know what? They got some good teams out there that run this specific defense. You know what I'm saying? I think that Green Bay presents a hell of a defense as well.
No question.
But in terms of like this type of defense, I mean, you got the Niners, you got the Jets that got a great defense as well. But I mean, the pieces that we got over here, bro, with everybody just lined up in the perfect position and everybody thriving, looking good. And when we, put this whole thing together, and when everybody get back and everybody healthy, make that push towards the end, you know what I'm saying? I think that we'll be in great position on where we want to be. But as long as we take care of business right now, everything gonna be good on the back end. So we just gotta be ready and just gotta keep on chipping and laying brick by brick.
As far as this weekend's concerned,
Mm-hmm.
who are the guys that you can't let wreck the game on that defense?
Well, they have a good young safety over there. Obviously, they got a great corner, and Jair. Kenny Clark, I think he's a hell of a player. I mean, I've been knowing him since I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a Cali guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But he also went to UCLA, and I know him since then. So.
Okay.
And then you got Gary. You got to make sure you keep Gary away from the quarterback.
I don't think people understand he can wreck a game without showing up on the stat sheet. He's been kind of going through a sack slump, but he gets after people.
Yeah,
so.
Very disruptive. I mean, me personally, like we have great respect for this opponent that we're about to face. I mean, like I said, they're a great defense, great offense, but I mean, in all reality, bro, like we are too. So as long as we go out there and play our game, play how we want to play, I think we'll be in great position. And obviously, just take care of the football and try to create turnovers and play complementary football. We'll be in great shape.
I got one more football question for you and then one non-football question for you. My football question is, Nick Chubb comes back this weekend.
Yeah.
Is he just one of the most – right? Yes. Is he one of the most universally respected backs? Like if you just walked into every running back room in the NFL and asked him, is he that guy? I mean,
yeah. I mean, hey, me and Chubb came out of high school together, 2014, man. So I've been knowing Chubb since back in them high school days, and to obviously know the type of player that he is. I mean, he's capable of a home run at any time. He's going to wear the defense out, and obviously I think he's very underappreciated as a running back. But, I think Cleveland, they're doing everything that they can to stick by him. A person like me can appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that him coming back, I think it's going to be a major difference in our offense, you know what I'm saying? I think that's something that they've been missing. But Chubb is the heart of their team. And, I'm just thankful that my man is back doing what what he always wanted to do. I mean, I just love that about him, and I'm definitely one of his biggest supporters and rooting for him.
That's awesome. And then the other one is, how much – you're from Cali, you played in Cincy, you played at Oklahoma. Now you're in Houston, which has a totally, unique culture, music, the whole thing. The new Big X The Plug comes out this week, or maybe it was last week. Have you gotten into the Houston music? Have you gotten into Big X The Plug? Have you gotten into my guy Maxo Cream?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they've been really putting me on in the locker room to a lot of these guys.
Who do you listen to then?
I be on that Rod wave. You know what I'm saying? I be on that Rod wave. Obviously, you got the Future. You know what I'm saying? Thug, Drake, and all that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? My personal preference be on that Rod hype. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think Rod got them hits. But in terms of the Houston rappers, you know what I'm saying? They've been putting me on in the locker room. It's some pretty good music out there, especially you got Finesse Two Time out there putting on. I think he's from Beaumont, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying?
No, it sounds like you're getting. They're trying to acclimate you.
They're trying. For sure, they try to bring me along. with the culture for sure. But
good man.
Finesse Two Times go crazy. If he from Houston, he definitely putting on.
No question. We had Maxo on the pod this offseason. He came out to Virginia where I live. We spent a couple days, and so he loves the Texans. He'll be at the game with his face painted and shit. So if you get a chance to see him,
he died hard with it.
He's solid, man. That's awesome, man. Well, excuse me. More than anything, just wanted to say, man, good luck. Hope you get back out there 100%. And you've been just a workhorse, man, in this league. So much respect, and
Yeah.
definitely rooting for the Texans this weekend and beyond, man. So thanks for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me, bro.